Good evening and welcome. You are watching the News Hour Agenda. I am Padmaja Joshi. The election results of the last few polls seem to be giving wind to the growing assertion that the theory of an antagonistic relationship shared historically between the Bharatiya Janata Party and Muslims is just that, a theory. Sample this. The BJP not only won 14 of the 19 seats dominated by Muslims in Gujarat, but also managed to win the assembly seat of Rampur for the very first time, a seat that has more than 50% Muslims in it. Before this, the Bharatiya Janata Party has won the Lok Sabha by-elections in Rampur as well as the Lok Sabha by-elections in Azamgarh. By the way, Azamgarh also has over 40% Muslim Yadav population. Take a look now at the Gujarat numbers and how they have changed over the years. From 7 Muslim-dominated seats that the BJP won last year, that tally has now climbed to 14 for the party. The Congress has gone down from 10 to only 4 of these seats. Of these 4 wins, by the way, only 1 MLA is Muslim, which now means that the BJP has a 74% strike rate in Muslim-dominated seats. Of the seats that the BJP has won, it has taken away Abdasa, Bapunagar, Daryapur, Palampur, Sidhpur and Vankaner from the Congress. The irony is that these Muslim-dominated seats have gone from the Congress, which claims that we are the only party who are truly secular and who truly speak for Muslims and other communities. From the truly secular party, these seats have now shifted to the BJP. That same minority which the Congress woos has not placed its trust in them. The question remains, why?
यार ये सब अरिथमेटिक बाद में करेंगे। मोटी बात यह है कि गुजरात ने आम आदमी पार्टी MIM ने बीजेपी को मदद की है कांग्रेस को हराने के लिए। कितने सीट हम हारे हैं, कितना वोट शेयर कम हुआ है, इसका आंकलन बाद में करेंगे।
गुजरात विधानसभा चुनाव में जिस तरीके से कांग्रेस ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वॉकआउट देने का काम किया, आम आदमी पार्टी ऐन चुनाव के समय पे दिल्ली में व्यस्त हो गई चुनाव में, और समाजवादी पार्टी कुछ सीटों पर हमने चुनाव जरूर लड़ा था, हमने एक सीट को जीतने का भी काम किया है। बाकी जो मुख्य विपक्षी पार्टियां थी गुजरात में, उन लोगों ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए मैदान को साफ कर दिया था, इसलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की वहां पर सरकार बनी है। अल्पसंख्यकों ने किसको वोट दिया, किसको नहीं दिया, ये बड़ा मुद्दा नहीं है।
भाजपा को या मोदी जी को भारत का मुसलमान सिर्फ गुजरात में नहीं है, अलग अलग कई जगह में वोट दिए हैं, फिर भी बीजेपी या भाजपा वालों मुसलमान को गाली गलौज करते हैं वोट देने के बाद भी। और जहां तक गुजरात के सवाल है, गुजरात में ऐसा कोई सब्स्टिट्यूट है ही नहीं, किसको देगा? पोजीशन नाम का कोई चीज है ही नहीं है। जो भी एंटी बीजेपी का वोट था, वो वोट भी आप कांग्रेस इसमें डिवाइड हो गया। तो चैलेंज देने वाला वहां पे कोई ऐसा है ही नहीं नेता जिसके ऊपर भरोसा करके एंटी बीजेपी कोई आदमी अपोजिशन को वोट दे।
So have the Muslims really given a message that they are not going to be held prisoner to the whole idea of real secular parties being the only ones to speak for them? Let down by those who claimed to be their real protectors, are Muslims in India, not just in Gujarat, willing to try out the BJP, or is the voice and vote of the Muslims rendered completely irrelevant to election outcomes?
You're watching the News Hour at 10. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, joining us on the debate is Satyen Kulabkar, spokesperson of the BJP in Gujarat, Kalimul Hafiz, AIMIM president of Delhi, Zeba Yasmin, spokesperson of Samajwadi Party, and Qamar Zaman Chaudhary, leader of the Congress. But my first question is to Zafar Sareshwala, former chancellor of the Maulana Azad National Urdu University, and somebody who not just belongs to Gujarat, lives in Gujarat, but also runs a number of charitable organizations for Muslims across the state. Zafar Sareshwala, today you have given an interesting hypothesis saying that Muslims are now increasingly voting for the BJP. Why do you say that? Because the political party's argument is Congress is losing Muslim votes only because vote katwa parties are coming in. BJP is got nothing to do with that. Zafar Sareshwala.
No, see, Padmaja, this has not happened yesterday or day before yesterday. We all know that 2002 happened in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad, and myself and my extended family were victims of that. My office was burned, my house was burned, our factory was burned. It was reduced to ashes. More than 1,000 Muslim establishments were reduced to ashes. In 2002, Muslims made a very concentrated decision that from now on, if we want to remain relevant, we need to do only three things: education, employment, entrepreneurship. And Muslims went after that. In 2000 till 2002, Ahmedabad had 3 Muslim-run schools. Today, there are 79. Muslims in small and medium enterprises in Gujarat, Muslim population is 9.8%. But in SME sector, Muslims representation is 23%, and that's what happening. In 2007, when Mr. Modi got second term, after that he created this atmosphere and he started meeting Muslims. And from 2007 till 2014, run up to the election, he must have met at least 250 plus Muslim groups across the state and from outside the state. So basically there was a hijab, a parda kind of between BJP and the Muslims. But after 2007, because there were only 3 Muslims MLAs, and Muslims are spread across the state, so how would they deal? What they have their work, they have their institutions. So Muslims started inviting BJP MLAs to their functions, and they came. They started inviting the Chief Minister, then Chief Minister Mr. Modi. Mr. Modi used to attend Muslim business conclaves, Muslim hospital inauguration, and that that parda or that hijab kind of a thing started diminishing. And then Muslims started thinking, and this thinking came very strongly in this election.
Okay.
That BJP is there for the past 28 years. What have we lost? We have developed, our schools have developed, businesses have developed. Of course, some small thing like, Kheda flogging or Bilkis Banu rapist, getting, coming out of the jail, 1 or 2 such instances. Overall,
okay,
Muslims think that are we contracted by the so-called secular party to defeat BJP? It is your fight. You fight. Why are you bringing us in the firing range?
Okay, you have started with a very interesting analogy.
Is emanating even in UP now.
I want to open this up using that analogy that you put forward, Zafar Saab. And I will ask first the Congress and then the AIMIM. Zafar Saab says, Qamar Zaman Chaudhary, that for very long so-called secular parties had put this hijab, this parda between the BJP and Muslims, and now that parda has been raised. Now Muslims also know that we were used and thrown by the so-called secular parties, and if somebody is benefiting us, we are going to vote for them, namely the BJP, at least in Gujarat. Qamar Zaman Chaudhary.
Yeah, Padmaja, one thing is very clear that is coming out from your debate tonight is that Muslim as a vote bank is not homogeneous in India. The other way the ecosystem will want us to believe. In the assembly polls that went in Gujarat very recently, the constituencies mostly around 19 constituencies where Muslims are in majority, you can see the maximum vote share of the Muslims. If 100% of the Muslims would have voted also, it's not more than 26 to 28%, starting from 14%. The 19 seats that went to the polls, the BJP has done very wonderfully out there. There is no denying the fact. Even on those dark days of Gujarat genocide 2002, Muslims had voted for Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, first of all, sir, it was not a Muslim genocide, it was a riot. Please do not make communal statements. Remember, it started with the burning alive of Godhra, of car sevaks at Godhra. I do not want to make this a communal debate. This is an analytical debate. So please do not make communally charged statements. Come to the point. What is your point, Mr. Chaudhary?
The point will remain however you want me to change my point of view. But then
it is not a point of view, sir. It is a fact. People of both religions died in what was a riot. Now please come to your point.
I don't want to get into the debate.
Yeah, so you brought it up, don't get into it.
Debate.
Go on.
I don't want to get into that debate.
There is no debate, it's a fact.
The fact will remain, ma'am.
Yes, go on.
You know this, that will remain. Whatever I have said will remain. Now the basic point that out here, what Zafar Sahab has said out here, the simple point out here, Muslims, whether they have voted for the BJP or not, they won the Uttar Pradesh constituency, Bharatiya Janata Party won. Even here also, even the Godhra constituency where there was a very big massacre.
So what is your point? Do you agree that Muslims are voting for the BJP or not?
Out there. Wait, let me finish my point, ma'am. If you permit me, let me explain now what is happening out here. There are certain communities within the Muslim communities that have traditionally voted for the BJP. That there are plenty number of reasons out there. Now, has the vote share of the Muslims in the BJP increased or not? Definitely no. Because somewhere or the other, the Muslims have been politically isolated.
Sir, according to Pew Research, in 2019 elections, the percentage of Muslims voting for the BJP has doubled. Close to 20% Muslims voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the 2019 election. So this assertion of yours does not hold. What's your next point?
Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sharma clearly said once that we do not need the votes of the Muslims.
Sir, I am talking about facts. Now you're going down to anecdotal evidence of who said what. I am asking you clearly. Data seems to suggest that there are seats where Muslims are in majority, where the BJP is winning. I am asking you, why is this happening if Muslims are not voting for the BJP according to you?
There is not even a single instance where their BJP has won because of the Muslim votes, because in all the constituencies where the Muslims are in majority in Gujarat, the Muslims vote did not matter only.
Okay, did it not? Very quickly, Zafar Saab respond, then I am going to actually bring out data for you which belies your claim. Zafar Saab respond. Yes.
I can see I am from Ahmedabad and I have grown in Gujarat. I know about all those Muslim constituencies. This result would not have been possible without substantial Muslim vote going to that candidate. And one more thing, I want to talk about isolation. This Congress party, which once upon a time used to give 18 seats to the Muslims, it has reduced to 5. Out of 182, this party, which has thrived on Muslim votes, has reduced Muslims to 5. And I'll tell you one more thing, Padmaja. Congress party has not given a single ticket to any Muslim in Lok Sabha since 1984. So BJP is not giving, you are also not giving, and you are thriving on our votes. So don't talk about political isolation. That isolation has been done by the party which has thrived on our votes.
Create a perception the Muslims
You
are coming back.
you have reduced, your party has not given ticket to a single Muslim since 84.
You have politically isolated.
You give me the reason
you have
why your
economically
party has
isolated.
not given
You
ticket to a
have
single
you have
Muslim
vilified the
since
community.
1984
You
in
do not
Gujarat.
give any political representation
No, you
to
give
the
me the
Muslims.
answer for this. You give me answer for
cancelled
this.
the
Why have you
minority
reduced from 18 to
you
5?
have cancelled.
Why have you
cancelled
reduced
the minority scholarship?
No.
Now you are singing.
You are
Kamal Zaman Chaudhary, there is a very simple question being asked of you. Why are you not answering, Zafar Saab? If you keep saying that BJP is anti-Muslim, why have you not given any Lok Sabha ticket? Answer. He's saying that you have a use and throw policy. Answer.
Winnability factor from the Congress side. No. Why does the BJP not given a single ticket over the last few years in any state of India? Why is that? We give to the tickets. Muslims in Gujarat have 9.8%.
You replied to me. No, Padmaja, I want an answer for 84.
Answer, Zafar Saab.
You have not given.
No,
answer him.
Zafar Saab, out of the 403, after the 403 seats
You answer me, why you have not given?
You could not find a single candidate in Uttar Pradesh. Now why you have not given? उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को लाते सर आपने क्यों नहीं दिया?
अरे सर, you at least hold your own party to the standards you are setting. All right. Now I want to go across to Kalimul Hafiz, but before that, I think the silence of Kamal Zaman Chaudhary to Zafar Sareshwala's question is answer enough. But before I bring you in Kalimul Hafiz, I want you to take a look at a little data, and this actually is in your defense. Why? Because we have got data of all of these seats which the BJP has won. What is the logic given to you? अरे AIMIM आम आदमी पार्टी, that's what Jairam Ramesh said, that AIMIM आम आदमी पार्टी ने वोट काट दिया कांग्रेस का, इसीलिए बीजेपी जीत गई. The only place where this actually holds true is Daryapur, which has been won by the BJP for the first time. How are we saying that? Look at this. The vote percentage of the BJP in this seat is 49%. Congress is at 44%. The difference is 5% roughly. And the Aam Aadmi Party and the AIMIM just about are 5%. So let's assume that if this 5% went to the Congress, maybe they would have had the same vote share as the BJP in Daryapur. But let's look at the other seats now. Does the same logic apply? If you take a look at Surat East, here the BJP got 52% votes, Congress is at 42%, but the AIMIM is only 1%. So even if this 1% vote of the AIMIM was with the Congress, they would be nowhere close to what the BJP got, a whopping 52% in a seat where you've got about 10% Muslim population. In Limbayat, the argument was, oh, there were so many independents, the vote was taken away, and which is why the BJP lost. But look at the difference. You had 53%, more than half of that constituency voted for the BJP. Congress was a measly 16%. The Aam Aadmi Party actually got 21%, and the AIMIM had 2%. Yet, if we added this and this to the Congress's tally, they would still be about just what? 21, 27, 37, 38, 39. 39 versus 53. And finally, one more dipstick analysis I want to do with Bapu Nagar. And in Bapu Nagar, the BJP had 48% vote share. And even if we add Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, they would be at still about 5% less than the BJP. So Kaleemul Hafiz, आप कैसे respond करते हैं? क्योंकि अब जब बीजेपी ये सारी मुस्लिम डोमिनेटेड सीट्स जीत रही है, इल्जाम आप पे लगाया जा रहा है कि आप वोट काट रहे हैं. क्या ये सच में वोट काट रहे हैं या कांग्रेस अपनी नाकामी छुपा रही है? कलीमुल हाफिज.
देखिए, गुजरात में ये जो मुस्लिम्स जो बीजेपी को वोट कर रहे हैं, उसकी मजबूरी समझिए आप, और मेरे हिसाब से तो एक तरह से ठीक भी कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि कांग्रेस को वोट देने से भी कोई फायदा नहीं और आम आदमी पार्टी को भी वोट देने से कोई फायदा नहीं, और खुद अपनी वो लीडरशिप में अभी उनको इतना एतमाद नहीं है. लेकिन एक तरफ जहां पे गोधरा का जो एमएलए है वो 50% वोट लेता है, जबकि वो संस्कारी बताता है बिल्किस बानो के रेपिस्ट को छोड़ने वालों की. इसी तरीके से मोरबी के जहां बीजेपी 140 लोगों की हत्या की दोषी है, वहां 60% वोट मिलता है. इसी तरीके से नरोदा पाटिया जो दोषी है बाकायदा, उसकी बेटी को 70% वोट मिलता है.
पर सर क्यों
तो
मिलता
यहां से ये मालूम होता है कि बीजेपी और ये जो सो कॉल्ड सेकुलर पार्टीज हैं, इन सब ने मिलकर मुस्लिम वोट को इररिलेवेंट कर दिया और एक वोट बैंक बताकर डराने की कोशिश.
इररिलेवेंट कैसे किया
कलीमुल हाफिज साहब? फैसला किया
आपने तो अपने कैंडिडेट खड़े किए, आपको दे देते. इस बार 1% से कम वोट आपकी पार्टी को मिला है. आपने 13 सीटें लड़ी, 1% वोट भी आप नहीं जुटा पाए. मुस्लिम वोट इररिलेवेंट कैसा हुआ? आपकी तो यहाँ कैंडिडेट थे, आपको मिल जाता वोट, क्यों नहीं मिला? क्योंकि उन्होंने सोचा हम नहीं देंगे आपको वोट, हम बीजेपी को देंगे, हमारा मन है.
मैडम, मैं आपको दिल्ली में बताता हूं, दिल्ली में भी चुनाव साथ हुआ, दिल्ली में भी हमने 15 सीट लड़ी, हम 2 सीटों पे सेकंड नंबर रहे और फर्स्ट पे कांग्रेस जीती. और आज वो जो लोग जीते थे कांग्रेस वाले, वो दोनों आज आम आदमी पार्टी में शामिल हो गए. तो ये जो सो कॉल्ड सेकुलर पार्टीज जो मुस्लिम्स को खड़ा करती है, वो इतने मतलब गैर जिम्मेदार होते हैं कि वो कभी भी बदल लेते हैं. तो इसलिए
आप इन इररिलेवेंट पार्टीज के पीछे क्यों छुप रहे हैं? मैं तो आपकी बात कर रही हूं. आप थे ना मैदान में, अगर मुस्लिम वोट को आपको देना होता वो दे देते, आपको नहीं दिया. मैं ये कह रही हूं कि अब आपकी जैसी पार्टी को और समाजवादी पार्टी को और कांग्रेस को मुस्लिम नहीं देना चाहते हैं. शायद आपको फिर भी दे दें अगर आप मजबूत हो, इनको नहीं देना चाहते हैं.
मैडम, मैं आप ही की बात आगे बढ़ा रहा हूं कि हम उन पे एतमाद जताने में या उनके यकीन जीतने में कामयाब नहीं हो पाए. उन्होंने मजबूरन, चूंकि जो धोखा खाया है कांग्रेस से और दूसरी और पार्टियों से छलावा खाया है, वो मजबूरन बीजेपी में चले गए.
अच्छा, धोखा खाया है. सत्येन कुलाबकर, दीज आर पीपल हु वर जिल्टेड, सो यू आर जस्ट बेनिफिटिंग फ्रॉम दैट. सबसे हार करके, सबसे हताश होकर के they've come to you.
So I was listening to the entire debate. And while going through the debate, none of them has mentioned a single point. I will agree to what Safar Sareshwalaji was saying about the voting pattern that has come across. But the reason, there are so many reasons. See, while we talk of the development of Gujarat, we also talk of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. We never talk of some, Kham theory which Congress introduced during Solanki's time. Kham was like three castes which were taken together. There was a OTP theory which AAP was trying to plug in Gujarat. That was OBC, Patidar and tribals, which also didn't work for them. We always, Bharatiya Janata Party was one party who bought Vikas and the development as a model of politics. See, before that, all the elections were typically fought on the caste and creed model.
Okay.
I would like to give you two, three examples. When Narendra Bhai inspected the entire vaccination drive and we were able to create a vaccine, the vaccination was given all across to 190 crore Indians. It was never like given to a X community or a Y community.
Okay.
When the Gujarat government gives you a scheme of, say, Ayushman Bharat for 5 lakh rupee of medical, let me tell you, these maximum benefits are taken by so many other communities also.
Okay, and here is the data, Kalimul Hafiz. Kalimul Hafiz wants to respond. Here is the data given by the Minority Affairs Minister 2 years ago. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, 35 to 40% beneficiaries are poor Muslims, 31% houses in minority-dominated areas. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, 33% beneficiaries are minorities. PM Ujjwala, 37% beneficiaries are minorities. PM Mudra, 36% beneficiaries are minorities, and this means that the poorest and the minorities get a chance to open their own shop, their own businesses. कलीमुल हाफिज, और ये सिर्फ निराशा नहीं है, उनको उम्मीद कहीं से मिल रही है. कोई कह रहा है अपने पैरों पे खड़े हो, हमेशा गरीब मत रहो. कलीमुल हाफिज
मैडम, शुरू में जफर सरेशवाला साहब ने एजुकेशन की बात की. अभी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ माइनॉरिटी अफेयर्स ने सारी स्कॉलरशिप बंद कर दी. पहले क्लास 8 तक की सारी स्कॉलरशिप बंद कर दी, और आज ही खबर है कि जो हायर स्टडीज के लिए माइनॉरिटीज के लिए जो मौलाना आजाद फेलोशिप थी, बिल्कुल बंद कर दी. यानी जो स्ट्रक्चर कमेटी ये बताती है कि एजुकेशनली इतना बैकवर्ड है मुस्लिम, और उसने उसको सजेस्ट किया था कि इनको कुछ स्कॉलरशिप दे दो तो शायद ये मैच कर जाए जो अदर इंडियन से, लेकिन वो भी बंद कर दी. तो ये जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के खाने के दांत अलग है, दिखाने के अलग है. सही मायनों में ये मुस्लिम विरोध पे इनका पूरी नीति है. वो तो मजबूरी है. अब मजबूरी कहां जाए जब
सत्येन कुलाब्कर रिस्पॉन्ड, देन आई विल ब्रिंग इन जफर साहब अगेन. सत्येन कुलाब्कर, बिकॉज़ हिज नेम वाज टेकन. सत्येन कुलाब्कर,
की बात नहीं है, ये उसकी मजबूरी है. और ये लोकतंत्र की विडंबना कही है या तकलीफ?
सर, लोकतंत्र में कभी कोई मजबूर नहीं होता. यही तो ग्रेट थिंग है लोकतंत्र में, कि कभी वोटर की कोई मजबूरी नहीं होती कि मैं मुसलमान हूं तो मुसलमान को वोट दूं. वोटर हमेशा कहता है कि भाई मैं उसको वोट दूंगा जो मेरी बात करे, जो मेरा काम करे. दैट इज डेमोक्रेसी. बट रिस्पॉन्ड टू द minority scholarship, Satyen Kulapkar, then I'll bring in Zafar Sareshwala. Yes.
How long, I don't know for how long these people are going to play this casteism card. Can they talk? Can this party ever come and talk to this XYZ things are the development factors that we have done and we want to encash on that? Why can't they talk of 35,000 engineering seats that are developed in Gujarat? Engineering seats are not divided on the basis of Hindus or Muslims. I would just like to say that. There are medical seats. There are seats, education has gone to that level in Gujarat, where people outside Gujarat are coming to have education in this state because
Zafar Sareshwala, other than these things,
Zafar Sareshwala was also Vice Chancellor of a university. He will endorse my words that people from outside, not even from the country, but outside country, there are 1200. I am also trustee of the Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda. There are 1200 foreign students who are studying in this city. Imagine what is the environment that is done. This is a safe state, they say. Okay. People can walk around at 2 o'clock.
Zafar Sareshwala, are people looking at more anecdotal, episodic instances and saying, अरे उस आदमी ने बोल दिया कि जो रेपिस्ट थे वो संस्कारी ब्राह्मण थे, अरे उस आदमी ने ऐसा क्यों बोल दिया, why was the whipping done, and the larger picture and messaging is ignored?
Padmaja, see I'll tell you the Muslim psyche. और पहली बात तो कोई दुनिया में वोटर जो होता है ना, वो दादा होता है. वो कभी डर के वोट देता ही नहीं है. वो तो ताकत है उसकी. 5 साल में एक बार उसके पास ताकत आती है वोटर के पास. वो पॉलिटिशियन हाथ पैर जोड़ता है वोटर के. तो वोटर कभी भी मजबूरी में वोट नहीं देता. एक बात. दूसरी बात, आई टेल यू व्हाट, ठीक है, देखिए बीजेपी का जो एक नैरेटिव है, उनकी पार्टी का, वो कुछ बोलते हैं इधर उधर, वो अलग बात है। मुसलमान क्या देखता है, मुझे क्या मिला। नाउ बिकॉज आई एम कंटिन्यूअसली इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद द गवर्नमेंट, कोई स्कीमों के अंदर गुजरात गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम देता हूं मैं आपको 3। एक स्कीम है मामेरू बोलते हैं, यानी लड़की की जब शादी होती है तो उसको एक पैकेट मिलता है, 5,000 रुपए मिलते हैं और कुछ चीजें मिलती हैं, उसमें जाके आपको खाली रजिस्टर करना है। आज तक एक किस्सा ऐसा नहीं आया कि किसी मुसलमान लड़की को वो नहीं मिला इसलिए कि वो मुसलमान है। दूसरा, गुजरात गवर्नमेंट की एक स्कीम है मेडिकल, जिसमें हार्ट की सर्जरी, ओपन हार्ट सर्जरी, कैंसर के जो बीमारियां हैं जिसमें रेडिएशन और कीमोथेरापी के लिए, उसमें आज तक एक किस्सा ऐसा नहीं आया कि किसी मुसलमान को मदद नहीं मिली हो इसलिए कि वो मुसलमान है। तो मुसलमान ये देखता है कि ऑन ग्राउंड क्या है, पार्टी के लोग क्या बोलते हैं, एक्स वाई जी क्या बोलता है, इज नॉट बॉदर्ड। वो ये देखता है कि ये जो कुर्सी पे बैठे हैं वो मुझे वहां से क्या मिलता है या नहीं मिलता। और दूसरी बात, गुजरात के अंदर हम लोग जब बड़े हो रहे थे तब हमको बाहर जाना पड़ता था मेडिकल, इंजीनियरिंग, फार्मेसी के लिए। मोदी साहब ने जितनी इंजीनियरिंग सीट्स और जितनी मेडिकल, फार्मेसी और प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज की सीट्स गुजरात में की हैं, इतनी कभी पहले नहीं थी। आपको मैं लेके चलता हूं पद्मजा, आप गुजरात की किसी कॉलेज में चलिए मेरे साथ, किसी क्लास में चलिए, आपको 8-10 मुस्लिम बच्चियां मिलेंगी और कम से कम 3-4 हिजाब वाली मिलेंगी। हिजाब का प्रॉब्लम कर्नाटक में हुआ, लेकिन जितनी हिजाब की बच्चियां गुजरात में और अहमदाबाद में है इतनी कहीं नहीं है, लेकिन कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ। तो मुसलमान ये देखता है कि भाई 28 साल से इनकी हुकूमत है, छोटी मोटी चीजें होती है, मुझे क्या तकलीफ है। और मुसलमान ये भी सोचता है कि अगर बीजेपी की हुकूमत जाएगी और अगर इनकी आएगी तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा।
एग्जैक्टली,
तो क्या
एट दैट पॉइंट यू विल बी रिड्यूस्ड टू अ वोट बैंक। अल्टीमेटली द वोटर लुक्स आउट फॉर व्हाट ही गेट्स। ज़ेबा यास्मीन, और जितना ये गुजरात में अप्लाई करता है उतना ये रामपुर, आजमगढ़, कन्नौज, इन सब जगहों पे भी अप्लाई करता है। मोर इंपॉर्टेंटली आजमगढ़, और आजमगढ़ की एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज आपको बता दूं, रामपुर एवरीवन इज टॉकिंग अबाउट, बट सिंस वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट आजमगढ़, यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड दैट आजमगढ़ हेल्ड अप even at a time when Yogi Adityanath came to power. At that time, Yogi Adityanath became the first full-time chief minister to return to office since independence. Samajwadi Party won all 10 assembly segments of Azamgarh. उसके सिर्फ 3 महीने बाद जब वहां पर आजमगढ़ के लोकसभा बायपोल हुए, बीजेपी won it. What does that say, Zeba Yasmin? The voter said, मुझे कोई फायदा नहीं हो रहा है समाजवादी पार्टी को जिता के, they will use us as a vote bank and forget us. वहां जाओ जहां मेरा मतलब निकले। ज़ेबा यास्मीन।
Padmaja, your analysis is little different what I think. When a voter, the same voter votes in assembly election, he has a different mindset. And the same voter when votes for Lok Sabha has a different mindset. And for Nikai Chunav has a different mindset. We have same voters, but different mindset, different choice. So you cannot analyze assembly elections and Lok Sabha bypolls, right?
Okay, in Rampur you lost the assembly and the Lok Sabha. What's your answer then? Rampur you lost both. What's the answer to that?
32, what are you going to do with 32% of voting, Padmaja? Being a journalist, have you not seen how police has stopped people voting?
So I knew you were going to come up with that argument. For Rampur, you assumed that 32% was there because all those 32% were Hindus, right? That is your argument. Now let me show you a parallel from Gujarat, where in these Muslim seats, hold on a second, madam. Hold on a second. Let me give you the example from all of these Muslim seats, so-called Muslim seats in Gujarat. Abdasa is one seat where the Congress used to be in power. The BJP has taken Abdasa away from the BJP. Ma'am, you will also, I mean, we'll all benefit if we listen to actual data. This is not a shouty show. Abdasa went from Congress to BJP. Here the voting percentage is 63%. Sidhpur, it is 67.9%. Last time in Sidhpur, the voting percentage was 70%. This time also it is relatively the same, and yet the voters' mind changed. 2017 they said we will give it to the Congress. 2022 the same 70% of Sidhpur said we will give it to the BJP. So low turnout is not an excuse, ma'am. Sorry. Now go on.
Shall I speak?
Yes, go on.
For the last so many elections, when the voter is seeing that Congress is not able to form government, then obviously voter will get allured by the ruling party. So that's very obvious. It is a big heart of Muslim that after 2002 they are forgetting everything. They are, burying all the grudges, burying all bad experiences after 2002 riots. It's a very good thing they are doing.
So you're
But
saying
what
that
BJP
the
is
voter
doing for
took
them,
27
out of
years to get
182
allured
seats,
and lost
how
hope in the
many
Congress
tickets?
after 27 years. What is this logic? So you're saying कि अरे क्योंकि कांग्रेस निकम्मी है इसलिए वो बीजेपी को वोट दे रहे हैं. Not because बीजेपी अच्छी है. कांग्रेस निकम्मी है तो बीजेपी को वोट दे रहे हैं.
I'm telling you after 2002, after 2002, when Muslims, they are trying to forget the past and they are trying to, put up their hand forward to BJP. What is BJP doing? Out of 182 seats, how many tickets have they given to Muslims? Not even a single
But
ticket.
ma'am, you gave so many tickets to Muslims.
I
Are you
have a
not
question from my brother who was...
You gave tickets to Muslims. They did not win.
We are not biased.
So if in Gujarat your argument holds that the Muslims are giving the chance to the BJP only because the Congress is useless, it is similarly applicable to the Samajwadi Party in Gujarat, in Uttar Pradesh.
Out of 182, and my BJP brother sitting here from Gujarat was saying that sabka saath, sabka vikas. What about you, BJP brother? Sabka saath, sabka
Zeba
vikas.
Yasmin, you'd be happy to know. Okay, you contested one seat in Gujarat. Fine. BJP gave 0 seats, 0 tickets to Muslims in Gujarat. Congress gave only 6. You also contested the election in Gujarat. You gave 1 ticket, but you gave it to a Hindu. Why? You should have given it to a Muslim. You contested
So
1 seat.
Out of 20,
आप वो एक सीट मुसलमान को दे देते.
They gave 0 out of 182.
क्यों नहीं दी? इसलिए नहीं दी क्योंकि वो जीतने वाला कैंडिडेट वही आदमी था और उसी के बूते पे आप एक सीट जीते हैं गुजरात में. That's as simple and as cynical as it gets. सच्चाई ये है that you knew that he is the only winning candidate for you, so you gave him the ticket. Kandhal Jadeja was your only winning candidate,
Check out
so it didn't matter what his religion is.
We distribute ticket to all the communities. No.
But you did not give a Muslim a ticket in Gujarat.
I will not believe it.
You didn't give a Muslim a ticket in Gujarat. It's a fact.
Not a single Muslim candidate. That's the truth.
But you didn't give a Muslim a ticket in Gujarat, did you? Why didn't you? Why didn't you field a Muslim from Porbandar?
Padmaja, why don't you have the audacity to ask BJP? I really wonder.
Because I am saying that for any party, like any organization, a ticket, a job, a post should be on the basis of their how good they are at the job. Not because मैं एक मुस्लिम और 3 हिंदू और 4 क्रिश्चियन और 1 जैन, 1 पारसी, 1 सिख को खड़ा करूंगा, वो जीतेंगे, उनको खड़ा कर देंगे.
According to BJP, not a single.
Okay, सत्येन कुलाबकर. सत्येन कुलाबकर.
हिसाब से एक भी गुड कैंडिडेट नहीं था मुस्लिम.
आपके पास पोरबंदर से एक भी मुस्लिम कैंडिडेट नहीं था. क्यों नहीं था? क्या पोरबंदर में मुस्लिम नहीं है? मिल जाते हैं ना अगर आप चाहते तो. सत्येन कुलाबकर.
भाई 20 सीट्स में से हमने एक दिया. आप तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ता को बोलने ही नहीं दे रहे. आप खुद ही डिफेंड कर रहे हैं.
Ma'am, this is the last refuge of everyone who's out of an answer. I am giving you facts, so you answer those facts. Now I'm asking Satyen Kulapkar. Go on.
See, we are here. The debate is why the Muslims are voting.
Why did he
I just did, but you were interrupting when he's speaking.
Let me just answer. The debate here is the trust of Muslim voters on BJP and how they have voted, what is the percentage of votes that they have given it to BJP and why BJP has won landslide. The debate is not absolutely on who has given ticket to whom. If that would have been the debate, we would have shortly talked of what you gave. You had 1 seat, you gave 100% seat to Kandhal Jadeja or that. We really don't want to get into all these things. What we want to really get into is what are the enablers that has made them trust this party and what is the good thing that is going on in Gujarat which has enabled 156 seats out of 182 and that too after 27 years of ruling. I was always made to understand, my sister from SP party that one election, two election, or probably third election, the anti-incumbency come into picture. But while you are talking of 27 years, and on the 27th year, you are increasing your vote share. You are increasing your seats to almost 57 seats out of 180 and reaching it to the highest ever in the history of Gujarat.
Okay.
That is of 182 out of 182.
You know,
your 18th chief minister.
The whole argument,
that is going to get
I'll give you a
sworn.
very small example, Zeba Yasmin, and then we will go back to Kalimul Hafiz, because we are saying that this is not just one phenomenon restricted to Gujarat. This is something that perhaps voters as a whole get more vigilant, get more emancipated. So you said ki when you vote for a Muslim, you think that he is going to work for you, correct, Zeba Yasmin? Now people of Rampur voted for a Muslim for 20 years. Azam Khan and his family have been voted to power by Muslims of Rampur, not Azamgarh, sorry. So what happened? 2 years ago, 26 farmers went and filed a complaint in a police station in Rampur. What did they say? That the local SHO and Azam Khan forcibly took away their lands. These are poor farmers, Zeba Yasmin. They don't have money. They only have one thing. They have the vote, the power of the vote. Now I want to tell you the names of these farmers and what they said. Here is what the report says. Hamseen is the wife of Yasin, one of the farmers who have complained against Azam Khan, a former state minister. Sitting in her courtyard, Hamseen said they have no money to get their 3 daughters married. We barely had enough money to make ends meet. Our land was our only source of income. After it was taken away by Azam Khan and his men, mostly we are dependent on cows for our livelihood. Our daughters are now unmarried and make kites to support our family. These Muslims thought they will vote for Azam Khan and he will help them. What did he do? He took away the land of 25 Muslim farmers and they are sitting there now making kites. Zeba Yasmin.
Yeah, Padmaja. If people came forward and they registered an FIR, then obviously court took the action, police took the action. I am nothing to say in between that. The case is in court.
And but your argument was right? That Muslims should vote for Muslims क्योंकि मुसलमान का भला करते हैं. यहाँ पर a Muslim MLA took away a Muslim farmer's land and the Yogi Adityanath government is now probing that Muslim MLA for taking away Muslim farmer's land. Who is the one probing the case? Yogi Adityanath government.
Can I speak, Padmaja?
Yes, please go on, ma'am.
If you let me, can I speak, Padmaja? Yeah. I did not say that Muslims should vote for Muslim, but you did not find a single Muslim candidate out of 182. That's a big question to BJP.
Because you should not find Muslim candidates. You should find candidates जिनकी नीयत साफ है, जो कि लोगों का काम करे. Let me quote to you another person. Nazakat is 47, has 5 children and works in other people's fields. Nazakat says, today I did not find any work, so I will not have enough to eat because my wife Saira and recently sold 1 chicken and we only got 200 rupees. I have to depend on daily wage work to eat food. These are the people, ma'am, who you are saying, ki, oh, don't vote for the BJP because they haven't given a Muslim candidate. Now, Nazakat, I will not be surprised, in the next election or perhaps in this election, would have used his vote to tell you exactly what he thinks about Azam Khan. Anyway,
I did not say that.
Kalimul Hafiz, आपको क्या चिंता करने की जरूरत है कि चलिए जो आप कहते थे कि so-called secular parties are letting down the Muslims. But you also are not getting the kind of response that one would have expected. At least Gujarat example has shown that. क्या ये चिंता का विषय है?
नहीं, बिल्कुल. हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष बैरिस्टर असदुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब ने अपने रिएक्शन में रिजल्ट के बाद ये बात साफ तौर पे कही कि हम अपनी खामियों को भी देखेंगे और हम अपनी वो तमाम कमजोरियों को दूर करने की कोशिश करेंगे जिससे कि हम अपने जो गुजरात की आवाम में अपना भरोसा जता पाएं. लेकिन ये एक बात तो इससे ये तय हो गई कि ये जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो डर दिखाती थी मुस्लिम वोट बैंक का, कम से कम वो कुफ्र टूट गया. अब मुस्लिमों ने भले से कितनी ही तकलीफ पहुंचाई भारतीय जनता पार्टी, लेकिन मुसलमानों ने अपने वोट से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को नवाज दिया। अब देखते हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का असली करैक्टर क्या आता है।
Okay, so I'll give the final word to Zafar Sareshwala. मुस्लिम वोट बैंक का डर कौन दिखाता था? मुस्लिम वोट बैंक का डर कौन दिखाता था? जफर सरेशवाला।
डर तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी दिखाती थी और कांग्रेस दिखाती थी।
तो डर के बावजूद वो जीत क्यों रही है? क्योंकि डर के आगे जीत है। जफर सरेशवाला, फाइनल वर्ड।
सारे साधन उसके पास हैं, ईडी, सीबीआई।
सर ये तो बहुत ही काउंटर इंटुइटिव आपका आर्ग्यूमेंट है कि भाजपा डराती थी और वोटर अपने सीक्रेट बैलेट में जाके डराने वाले को वोट दे रहा है, और एक गरीब वोटर को कौन सा ईडी सीबीआई का डर है सर? कौन सा वो कोई वहां पर 10 करोड़ लेके बैठा है बेचारा? जमालपुर में कौन सा वो कोई अपना एम्पायर बना रहा है और पोर्ट बना रहा है जो ईडी सीबीआई से डर जाएगा? एनीवे, फाइनल वर्ड।
आपने 2 मुर्गों की
फाइनल वर्ड जफर सरेशवाला। यस
Padmaja, this what has happened in Gujarat is gaining currency across the country, and I am telling you why. I have been running this initiative called Talim o Tarbiyat, where we teach financial literacy, capital market and entrepreneurship, and we have done these programs in 55 cities in the country where I have personally visited. We have done 14 programs in UP. Last month we did 3, one in Banaras, one in Jaunpur and one in Lucknow. You know what's happening now? What thought process is coming in the Muslim community? कि मुस्लिम यादव, जो समाजवादी पार्टी, मुस्लिम यादव, मुसलमान 20%, यादव 8%. लेकिन जब माले गनीमत बांटने का वक्त आता है, मुसलमान का वोट तो ले लेते हैं, लेकिन देने के टाइम पे मुसलमान को क्या दिया जाता है? वक्फ बोर्ड, हज कमेटी और कब्रिस्तान की मिनिस्ट्री. तो मुसलमान यह सोचता है कि भाई अखिलेश यादव ने हमको क्या दिया था जो योगी आदित्यनाथ ने ले लिया है. तो अब मुसलमान के जहन में यह बात आ रही है कि फायरिंग रेंज में हम क्यों आए? भाई हमको क्यों धर देते हो सामने? हिंदू भी उनके खिलाफ वोट करता है. तो मुसलमान के दिमाग में अब यह बात आ रही है कि अब हम डायरेक्टली योगी गवर्नमेंट से भी बात करेंगे और अपने मसले डायरेक्ट उनके सामने रखकर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. तो दिस इज नाउ गेनिंग करेंसी अक्रॉस द कंट्री.
Absolutely, and that is the idea of direct democracy. Nobody is a vote bank and should never be treated as such, which is why every voter should have a single motto: सुनो सबकी, करो अपनी. And that's the power of a vote in our democracy. Thanks very much, all gentlemen. Zeba Yasmin for joining me. Thanks for watching.